Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my classroom. My name is Sports Time Machine, and I'm your professor, Utah Mike. For those who have come in, please come in and get your pencils and notebooks and have your game up. So if you have it on a laptop and can follow what I'm doing, that will be great. I've been asked by a couple different chats and a couple different forums questions on how to do things. So I'm here in a live setting. I'm going to go ahead and put this and put it on some of the Strat forums on Facebook and also on some of the other multimedia platforms that play the game that still have questions on how to do things. And we're going to take a look right now at some PC questions today. And the first question I got was what to do about an as-played season. I'm going to show you exactly right now today on how I do that. First of all, what you do, let's say just for kicks, shits, and giggles, you went ahead and got the 2017 season. Now, the gentleman out there, I believe his name is Larry Campbell. Larry, hopefully you're watching this. What you want to do is if you want to restart your St. Louis Cardinal 2021 league over again, you have to delete the 2021 league on your left-hand side. So go down where you see go down to your listing of teams, where you'll see 2021 major leagues. Right-click and then delete. And it would ask you to save, say no, and then say yes, and then say yes. That should delete the team and its directory and the statistics from your game. Once you've done that, then you want to go back into the league again and go up to where it says install rosters. Now, as you see on your screen, the install roster screen's up there. I'm going to use 2017 as an example today. So you go down to 2017, which I'm using. You want to download these to 2017. Let's see, as played right here. No, pitch. Okay, it's two things you can do. Do 2017. Let's make sure we got the right ones. Original, nope. Okay, so we're gonna do 2000 deluxe season rosters as played with pitching hitting card. So right there. So you want to install that. Say yes, and then go ahead and install that roster database for you. Hit close. It will put it in its directory wherever you have it. If you don't have many teams, it should be easy to find. If it's like me, I have a ton. So what you do is go under the major leagues. You'll see the 2007 teams there. All the players are there on the right-hand side. So you go back to clicking on the major leagues on the left-hand side. Hit right-click, and then we're going to go ahead and do this league together. Go to options, and then do rules. This is what I do. Now, you have an option of either playing advanced, super advanced rules, super advanced with balk, wild pitch, pass ball, and maximum level. To be honest, if I'm going to be playing as played league, I would do super advanced rules with ballpark and clutch and leave weather off, because I think weather doesn't really add much to the game. We want to leave ballpark and clutch are two of the major super advanced things that you leave on. Then it will say for advanced steel, super advanced steel, you want to play with the super advanced steel system. What I do now is under the strategy where it says super advanced fielding, you want to use the super advanced strategy charts. That will allow you to use the super advanced fielding. Then the miscellaneous, I do not use the miscellaneous rules. What that will do is that a lot of times we'll charge out exactly we'll put in They'll have a single to center field, and they'll still give you the chance to take the two bases or the extra bases. Play the original Stratomatic rule, how the rules suggest you to play. So you do not use, in my opinion, you do not use the miscellaneous rules here. I play with the closer rules. Now, this is the important thing. Do not use injuries. No injuries. If you use no injuries, that is one step going toward an as played season. Then where it says pitcher fatigue, if you want to play straight Stratomatic, the way the box is, the way the rules is, you want to use super advanced fatigue rules. That means you're using the point of weakness on the pitcher's card. You don't have to not use it, but I would suggest to use that over the fatigue and pitch count. Allow GBA on pitcher's cards, no biggie, hit OK to save. Then you go right click again, go down to options. Second one down from there is lineups and usage. This is where we're going to set as played together. We're going to do automatic lineups. That means the game will automatically select lineups for you in an as played season. Give scheduled days off, no auto swap. That means you're not letting the computer make trades for you. Then in the minor leagues, automatic transactions. That will automatically, if a guy is traded mid-season, will flip them for you, and you don't have to make that change. And then the daily rosters will be done for you, so you'll be able to play the players Larry was playing with Javi Baez on the Mets from the start of the year. That's when I knew he wasn't playing as played, because Baez went to the Mets during the trade deadline. You're playing basically what's called an as stocked replay. Now, again, you want to go over here. You want to try to limit over usage. I don't click anything down here. It says use actual pitching cards. You can do that on the older seasons since we now have the universal DH playing this year forward. So hit OK. And then you're going to go on to the next one. So you go to right click, options, game preferences. Now, what I play is one or two. You play the dice mode, or you play in manual entry. Manual entry is used if you literally want to play cards and dice with this, roll your own dice, and enter in each and every result, and then use your own charts to play the game. You can do that, but it's difficult. But then or you can play at the dice mode, which is what I do. Play at the dice mode. Then you want to do, when you get used to the game, play with minimal play-by-play. Because anything else, the game will play extremely long and give you long sentences. Then when I play, I'm starting to play more with the show flight of ball, show board game information. Now you'll see the different splits. If you don't play the game enough, it'll teach you kind of how the game is playing and how the open engine is coming up with these results. I don't usually use the trivia. It's not my thing usually. I don't display newsworthy events, play-by-play text mode, save, play-by-play. I don't usually do that. I'll leave the computer manager off for now until I decide. Lately, I've been playing as the home team in my replays, so I'll just do that when I get to the game. Now, I do flight of ball speed 1, because otherwise it is slow. Play-by-play speed, I'm actually playing it on 2. Until you get used to your speed, you can put it on whatever you think it will do. So that's the third one in that option. Again, right-click, options on it, and then we go to dice card splits. You can either literally roll your own dice under dice card manually, or dice we rolled automatically. Leave it on dice rolled automatically. The game will then roll the dice for you, and it will generate the computer-generated dice. Show cards in notebook. This has to be on if you want to use your computer images that you paid for from the company. Then what I do is I use all 3 dice stop together. That's the next one under dice stop. And for split input, I have the split cards are automatic, so it's automatically going to pick them for you. You could actually done it manually and roll your own 20-sided die. Again, the speeds here as a 1-in-1. And actually, you want to click on where it says Anime Super Advanced Fielding Chart. That makes the game a lot more fun, so you're not playing with the advanced fielding chart that's always so wrong to use to me. It's just too many errors are generated from that game. And now you want to go to get a sounds. The last thing you do, I don't play with any sounds when I broadcast or anything. The sounds are too annoying. If you want to play by yourself, you're doing that. You want to have all that, turn them on if you want. And what I usually do is I turn off the music, turn off home run sound, and turn off my vendors, and I leave dice card sounds. You'll hear that, and then you can leave the crack of the bat on itself. So I do that, hit OK, and then you should be ready to play. And I'll show you how we generate that next. I see a couple people watching, and again, welcome to my class. I request if you have any questions, please go ahead and write them in the chat, and I'll be more than welcome to answer them as I'm doing this. Now, what you do is now go under File, and then you go under New Scheduled. As you're going to see, all the first games of the year on April 2nd, 2017 has pitching matchups for every game. That's usually telling you the as played is now correct. Let's just say we're going to play these 3 games for the start of the year. So you want to do is play day. If it's right, you're going to see the game generating box right there. While opening day rosters are being assembled, that means they are taking all the opening day rosters from day one, making them as they were on day one, and then trades will be made during the season as the season goes on. You'll have a different 25-man roster per game sometimes, depending if someone does get hurt for a length period of game. That will be affected during the game. Guys will be pulled off the main roster like Mike Trout will be for the 2021 season, since he missed almost 3/4 of the Major League Baseball season. That'll be interesting to see when you play in that team with Ohtani, when you don't have Trout playing on that team. If you try to play that team as played. Again, it does take a second to generate. Imagine there's all those teams. So here come the games. There you go, folks. Sunday, April 7th, 2017 has been played. Tampa Bay 7, Yankees 5, Arizona 4, San Francisco nothing, and the Cubs beat the Cardinals 6-5. Go ahead, hit done, and then you're ready to play your games. You're all set. The as played season is now correct. Let's look at something else. Let's say the St. Louis Cardinals for kicks and giggles. You want to right click them, and then you want to right click and then go to team. Let's look at different options here on the main game. On the file, on the team thing, you can actually update the computer manager. By doing this, someone asked me how do you do pitching rotations. I'm going to do a separate case-by-case situation here and show you how to do your own rotations, lineup, stuff like that with a draft or a regular stock team replay. This is an as-played replay. So your rotations, if you go under, now this is how I showed somebody, go under pictures, up top here, go to starter schedule, you'll see your entire as-played schedule set up here. So first 3 games of the season against the Cubs, the Cardinals will play against Carlos Martinez, Adam Wainwright, and Lance Lynn. And then when they go to Cincinnati or home for Cincinnati, they'll go against Mike Leake, Michael Wacha, and again, Carlos Martinez is their starters. So those are St. Louis's starters on the first week of the season against the Cubs and the Reds. Now you can go to batters. Now you can do when you're playing this team as a computer manager, you can bring certain people in to pinch hit versus lefties. Your best hitter is a pinch hit against righties. If you have a pinch running situation, you can have that set up. And you can also bring in defensive replacements and the position they are replacing. So you can get some of those 4s out of the game late in the game. You can really preset these things. Then you can go into manager tendencies, and this is kind of a little bit of a diamond in the rough on this. You can go base stealing right now, and this is where I'm going to do my greatest teams league on the Cardinals and try to do something. Most teams are set as a normal offensive set. It's almost like saying in football that everyone has 2 running backs in back of them, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, and a quarterback. So there's no one back. There's no run and shoot to start the game. You have to manually set it. So let's say St. Louis is here. They can go from a very aggressive base stealing to very conservative. So if you look at their stats and they led the league in stolen bases, you can go to very aggressive and then they'll take extra chances and steal extra bases. Base running, if this team has a lot of foot speed, a lot of running speeds, let's say 15 or higher, 16 or higher, you can make them aggressive, especially if you follow a team in real life. If you think you want them to be aggressive, you put them as aggressive. Again, you can do this for each and every team that you set up against. Now, I remember if you watched my videos before that, I asked you guys, when does it become too much to set up your replays? But by the time you're finished setting up all these teams, you're too tired to actually play the games because you set each and every team up. And that's kind of the thing you have to look at. But the problem is, you can go in. Again, I'm going to ask again, we'll go under team and go under update computer manager. I'm going to look at the St. Louis bullpen in 2017, and then we're going to look at something together. This is what I would do if you want the most realistic replay that you can do. Because if you just play it right out of the box and with the as played settings I just shown you, you're not going to have certain things show up. This team's bullpen ace was, I believe, the dude from Korea. His name was Sung Won Oh. He had 20 saves. He was 1-6. So you can go 1 inning and get 5 outs. You double click on him, and it gives you some interesting settings. You can avoid lefties, righties, a quick hook, slow hook, so kind of like a Sparky Anderson, a mop up, 6-inning starter. There's a 7-inning starter in here. They can relieve when they start. They avoid using during a blowout. You can avoid using them before the 6th, 7th, and 8th, and then you got what it says avoid using before the 9th. On a closer, you click that. Since it's modern closers, you want to do a maximum 1 to 2 innings. I do intentionally walks less with the pitcher, and then you can always. Now, what I also tell them is if it's a 1 inning reliever, I don't want my reliever staying in there pitching 2 to 3 innings a game, and then become fatigued and not be able to pitch the rest of the series. So I get them the heck out of there by clicking always remove the reliever at the end of the inning. Don't do that with everybody, or you'll always have 1-inning relievers. We click on that. So then you look at the other aspects of this team. Matt Bowman gives you 59 innings, 52 hits. Again, a 1, so you can set him as a 1-inning reliever. Jonathan Broxton, the old reliever, has a 1 and a 16 innings, so not much there. Brett Cecil is a reverse split lefty. He's a lefty reliever, but he's a 9R, so he went 67 innings and 67 hits. So he can be the type, to be honest, we double click on him, you can avoid lefties on him, quick hook. So in case you get a righty, you get him the heck out of there. Make him a 7 and an 8, use him as a 1 inning, no intentional walk, and make sure you get him out of there for 1 inning. Again, let's look and see who else we can kind of play with and tamper with. Mike Leake is a starter. Now, what I do, if he's a 6 and he's not starred, I just go ahead and give him a slow hook, a 6 innings, and then I give him to walk less with the intentional walks. Then I'm going to look at Lance Lynn. He's another 6. Again, I do the same thing. Slow 6, intentionally walk. I click on that. If you do this for your replay, your guys will be better. Then you get somebody like Carlos Martinez, 205 innings, a 6 and a star. What I do differently there is I do a slow hook and a 7, and then I do intentionally walk less with pitcher. So he has a tendency of maybe getting a complete game if you're using him as a human opponent, or if the computer keeps him in 2 innings past his starting point. We already did Song Tuan Ho as their closer. Kevin Sechrist is a lefty and a 2R, getting only 39 innings. Don't have to worry about that. They have a guy with 19 innings here. Samuel, he's not much there either. Michael Waka is a 6, 170 hits, 166 innings. So we'll do a slow hook there, and put that like what it is. Again, let's see what's going on here. And then we'll look at Adam Wainwright. Adam Wainwright was not one of his better years. He's only a 5, 123 innings. So again, I do a slow hook, 6 intentionally walk. And then what I do is I remove, where it says remove after inning runs, I usually put like 4 or 5 there. So he gets pulled a little sooner than your normal starter. You do this for every team, and you'll see a difference in your replay, especially against your opponents. Your opponent's pitchers won't stay in there 99% of the time, and they won't complete 90% of the games. Again, hit save or nothing saves. Make sure you do that. Let's take a look at any chats going on here. Again, nothing. Just have people sitting there watching, hopefully taking notes or asking questions here. Again, I'm dealing with the 2007 Major Leagues just as an example. So again, the important thing to know here, again, with Larry and his St. Louis Cardinal replay, you want to delete that league first. If you've already started it, then you have to go in and reinstall the 2021 as played one. Make sure you click on that, reinstall that one, and then you can do the tricks I just showed you to get your actual league started. Again, hopefully I have kind of explained that a little bit. Now, if you have ballparks you want to use, I'm not an expert at that. I'm not good at it, but you can right click, let's say St. Louis, go to team, and then go to update ballpark info. What you do there, it shows you Busch Stadium has stadium 91. Ballpark singles are 1 to 10. Home runs are 1 to 7 versus a lefty, 1 to 4 versus a righty. What you can do is you can put a different ballpark number there, and then they would have a different ballpark. Now since this is late here, I have different codes for different ballparks that I use. So let's do let's do a modern day take of St. Louis. That would be 504 in my directory. Again, I use different stadiums or some ones I've acquired, and then I hit OK. So then if you click on St. Louis, double click inside the team section, you'll see the new stadium inside there. And again, my stadium's a little bit different. We can take a look at that. That's how you would change the stadium numbers in case you have your own stadiums you want to put in or you acquire them from somebody else. But let me tell you, those lock files have to be exact when you're playing with the BMP. All stadiums are actual BMP files. So always kind of remember to do that when you get a chance. I'm trying to think anything else in the played scenario that I want to do. Again, we're 20 minutes, a half hour in already, which is fine, guys. I want to at least show you how to do this. Let's look quickly here at, I don't know, let's look at something that I've been working on. Let's look at a Hall of Fame league that I've been kind of playing with. Let's see. Nope, that's not ready yet. So let's look at an all-time draft team that I've a league that I've done so far, and let's see if there is one. One of the things that I've been working on has been the NCAA baseball. Kind of been putting alumni teams together. Let's look at a team from Notre Dame, and then we'll look at something like this. So we look at, or not Notre Dame. Let's look at Oregon State, a Pac-10 team. So people have asked me how to do your own rotation. So you right-click, go to Team, and then you go to Update Computer Manager. Now this is what you do. On the right-hand side, you want to list all your starters. And I'll show you, I think I've already done this team already. So your starters on the right-hand side of my screen is the Forsch brothers, Ken Forsch, Bob Forsch, Trevor Wilson, Matt Boyd, and Mike Thurman. So those are the 5 pitchers for me in this league. Then you would go to where it says starting schedule, and then as you see over here, as they have generated against what team you're playing against, the date and the starter on that day. This will automatically pick your starting rotations out for you. Now, if you want to redo it, all you do is hit generate, and then you hit yes. It's not going to do anything different. Only way will change if you go back to pictures and you put a different picture in this spot over here. And always put in relief, never. That way the computer does not go to one of these five guys as a long reliever. You can also add your own setup guys, your own closer guys also. Let's take a look at their offensive team, and their offensive team will go to team and then go to update default lineups. We go up default lineups. As you see, I got all nine my guys, and we go righties, lefties. So both teams are intact. So then you go through each team if you want. You can actually create different lineups against lefties or righties. This game will make a right-handed lineup for you and then a left-handed lineup. You can do that yourself, and you can base that on what's called the balance ratings of the guys. So in this case, you have all these guys on the bench with even 1L, 1R, 1R, 3L, 4L. That tells you how prolific a batter is against a certain pitcher's arm, either lefty or the righties. And some are a lot better than others. Like this team against a lefty, they don't really have a major left-handed hitter, but against righties, we'll see they do. They actually have two or three guys, or at least one or two are. And then you get Michael Conforto, I think it is, who is going to be a 4R. Again, this is an Oregon State, alumni team. And that's kind of how you can set up your own lineups and pitching rotations. Again, any questions, concerns, stuff like that, go ahead and ask him. I'll try to go ahead and kind of answer what I can here. I own most from 1968 to current. My 68 and some other teams are only in the advance. I don't own the super advanced part of it. I own like 69 through for the other ones. Still, Strat has not updated offensively for 1970, 1976, 1979, 1983 are for the big seasons that they have yet to use the new Stratomatic formula for to create teams for their customers. Again, this is just some of the leagues I kind of been messing with. The as played season, again, is not too hard. You just got to get the understanding of it, and hopefully the person you're it's pretty easy that way. Again, it runs itself. Just make sure you do that. Something you can also do, I'm going to go back to my 2017 season and show you a couple other little hints and tricks that I do. So let's go into the major leagues here. Let's go to new schedule. Let's go to new schedule and see that everything is on auto. You want to go, no, you don't want to make a mistake and mess everything else. I'd rather have everyone on manual and play every game, against a computer, against myself. So you want to go into league, and then you want to go to schedule batch change. That's BATCH change. And then you want to set the unplayed games to hold. That way you can make the decisions on what to do. So here comes the hold. Here comes the hold to him. Hit yes. And then you'll go back to new scheduled, and then you'll notice that the games are now on hold. So now you can go through each game and place teams and games on manual, and different games actually on hold for the other teams also. So again, that's just some cool quick trick there. Again, questions, please go ahead and leave them comments. Please like and please subscribe. You can watch the Yankee game this weekend. Also with the trying to think of also I was watching on that, and also it was some of the other like non-as played seasons. So I'm kind of getting the hits here for Albert, who hopefully will get home run number 700 before he retires. So let's look at it one more time, see if any questions, concerns. Sorry about the time going. I worked last night, so I'm tired. I apologize. We're okay. So it looks like we're about ready here. We're been here for about 30 minutes. That's kind of why I tie up when I do this. And let's see if there's anything else that we can kind of use kind of our spare time to look at. Any questions? And we'll look at it right now. Go ahead and hit cancel on that. So let's see. What do we do here? Again, if you do that, if you use your 2021, you delete first. That's right-click delete, and then you go back under install rosters again and reinstall rosters again for your system. And then from there, you just follow the same tricks that I showed you, and then that should help you hopefully get a better schedule with these teams. All right, folks, I think that will do it. I hopefully have shown you guys how to do the As Played season when you guys want to play. And if you haven't and you're doing it differently, it's kind of, this is kind of how to do it the easy way. The computer makes it simple to score everything for you. If you happen to throw your own dice, it monitors all the transactions, and it really does make a difference on them. It makes a huge difference on how to make teams. Beatles internally. Thank you, Beatles. I do appreciate them. I don't play Strat as much anymore for a reason, but a lot of people who do go through this don't know exactly what they're doing. And I watch on the Facebook groups, and they're sitting on there struggling, wondering how to do this, and they can't do this, and they can't do that. Well, you know what? It's not that difficult. As I'm saying, if I see questions or something I can do, I'll go ahead and see if I can kind of teach them the way to actually get it. So, because should be playing it as played if you're going to play a season, not really as stocked, unless there's a reason. So, thank you for coming in. Appreciate the like. Again, anybody else, please give comments. I appreciate it. Anything you want me to do on a next coming up video, but I think this should be able to be helpful. A lot of confusion, but it's easy. Exactly. Yeah, and I remember you doing a video on OOTP also. All right, I'm going to let it go for now. See if people come in and watch this video again. For those who are interested in the As Played aspect, please stay tuned later on this afternoon, as I will go ahead early this evening, and I'll play the next set in the Yankee series against Kansas City from Royal Stadium, and that'll be the second of a 3-game series. So please stay tuned to that. That'll be on WPIX, the TV affiliate of the New York Yankees. So please have a good rest of your day. Please like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and have a great day, everybody. And then again, questions, please leave them in my comments below.